Alright, so we're underneath here, and I wanted to show you what's going on. Years ago, I had Red Run exhaust, put this 2 into 1. Right, factory Explorer dual exhaust. It went into one big muffler. You can see the size of the muffler by the size of the heat shield. But they put this 2 into 1 adapter on in one Flowmaster 10. And this is all the same kind of, you know, rusty but it'll last forever exhaust that the truck has. Like a, whatever, very low grade stainless that they call it. But then we get to the mild steel garbage. This right here was put on by an exhaust shop that's no longer open, and I forget the name of that place. Actually, I just remembered what it was called. But anyway, they're not open anymore. Garbage, right? This is super rusty, like it's been on the bottom of the ocean, shipwreck level. This is rusty, almost a hole in it there. There's a hole on the other side. And then it's completely gone up here. Completely let go where it was welded. So wherever this was welded, it's just garbage. It has a coating on it. But where the coating is gone, the metal is terrible. So what we're going to do is take this off. I'm going to cut it here. And I don't want to cut too much off. I want to cut it about right here. I want to take it off the hanger and get this elbow out of here. I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't like how rusty this is. You can see, I mean, it's going to end up breaking it off. And then I have some material to reconnect this up here. But then the tailpipe is factory tubing. What this did was it got rid of the resonator. So the big muffler and resonator that these come with. But Red Run should have done the whole thing. Red Run in Ephrata. If I have to do anything else to this, I'll have them do it. I can do this myself, but they're a good shop. They're a very good shop. This stuff here, though, we're going to revise. It's stuff that they didn't do. So I actually deleted the resonator myself, and that lasted a while, and that rusted through. And then this garage used up more cheap material, and that rusted through. So what we're going to do is take stuff I already have, stuff that I've had for years, so the material is not necessarily better, but it's proven that it doesn't do this heavy flake where it's eventually just going to get a hole in it. But anyway, then it'll tie into the tailpipe, and then we'll be all factory out the back like we were before. We got to take the tailpipe off the hanger out the back, and we got to take this elbow off this hanger here. But first, I'm gonna pull the tire off, pull the tailpipe off, and I'm gonna cut this elbow off here. Tailpipe is off the hanger. Now we can work with it a lot easier. Alright, what I'm going to cut the exhaust off with is the old Warrior Sawzall here, reciprocating saw. This thing does a really good job, and I've had this thing submerged in water actually a few times, which is not a good thing. I didn't use it that way, but it got left it outside with the box open. I actually had it under cover, but the roof leaked and water got in the box, filled the box up, and submerged the saw. What I'm going to be using to cut is from Ace Hardware Diablo blade. So we'll see how that does. It's for medium steel. It should be overkill for this, which is good, because if it is that stainless stuff, then it's hard to cut. I'd actually tried doing this a couple months ago, and I got under the truck, hit it with a regular Sawzall blade. It barely scratched it, and I thought, yeah, not right now. So let's see how this does. Alright, so I already showed you the pipe here, the tailpipe. We're going to keep the single hanger in the back the way it was. And then up here to the repair, and see how this rusted off. So this piece went over this and they welded it. This lines up pretty well already, uncut. So I'm going to use that. Clean it up and weld it together right there. That will be the straight section. And I'm going to reuse that elbow and then replace the straight section out there where the hole is. But to solve the problem of these hangers breaking off, right, I'm going to weld the rod for the hanger onto the clamp. So I had this clamp. That's not clamping anything. That's just a hanger. So I have some other bits and pieces, hey Vader, to work with the exhaust. I think this is what I'm going with right now. But what I have to do now is spend quite a bit of time cutting the straight section off of that, cutting the straight section off of here, cleaning this piece up, cleaning that piece up, and welding everything together. Alright, so now we're back to the old steel pipe. We got the elbow cleaned up somewhat here, good enough for me. What we're going to do is add to this what we're missing. So I cut off this piece. I need that piece. And I cut off this piece. But I want to chop it up because right now this piece is like 4 feet long. I can't really handle it too well near the truck. So we got the little section here to go back to the muffler, a little bit longer section to go up to the tailpipe. So that will fix our elbow. Alright, we're back and we are ready to weld. We welded on the small piece, then we're going to weld on the longer piece. I should say this is tacked, it's not welded. I'm going to tack this one on and then I want to burn it in. Alright, we don't want it to leak, so it's got to be welded full circumference. Alright, so the next thing is going to be to move the hanger, to bend this a little bit, but otherwise, just trying to straighten that out. It was crooked. It got welded on crooked because the other exhaust place put the tailpipe on crooked. But, move down here, we got the 3 pieces. So the little piece is welded to the elbow, welded to the little bit longer piece, and then welded to the tailpipe.
I only seem to get the weld when I have to fix something anymore. It looks better on the tailpipe than it does on the elbow. So I ground it down a little bit. This one, it looks better, and two, just so this looks like an elbow piece like it used to be. Not so many little pieces of weld wrapped around. Not that anyone's going to see it, but I like it more this way. Next thing, though, again, is going to be moving this hanger, and then right about where the weld is where the clamp should go for welding the hanger to the clamp. So I'm going to take one of them and clean it up and weld it to the clamp, one of these. Weld it to the clamp, and then this will hang it, but this will be welded to the clamp, not the pipe. Alright, so you're probably wondering what I'm doing. Kind of upside down pie cutting this pipe with the Sawzall. It's not lined up, so the angle is a little off. So what I'm doing is making a couple cuts to drop the tailpipe down. And I have a visual of what this looks like underneath the truck, of how it comes out of the back onto the bumper, up over the axle, and then connects to the muffler. Muffler's horizontal, tailpipe's not horizontal. The bit above the axle is almost horizontal, and really, it looks almost like this. So I'm going to work on it a little bit more, and then I'll weld it together with a little bit of a kink in it, and then everything will line up, hangers and everything. And then all I need to do is an adapter to the muffler, and we're done. Alright, it's day 2 now, fixing the exhaust. We're going to look at welding the adapters I bought last night at Advanced Auto. I picked up, I think it's 2 1/4 just connector, and then a 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and that's going to weld to the muffler. And again, this is staying 2 1/4 because that's what the factory was. Down the road, I'd like to change the tailpipe and enlarge it. So the dual exhaust into one muffler and leaves is 2 1/4. That's too small. I want it to be bigger, but not right now. We're just repairing the factory tailpipe. There we go. 2 pieces from Advanced, right? This connects to the muffler. I'm going to weld these together, and then this will get welded. Again, this will get welded to the muffler on the truck. Alright, the exhaust is welded together now. We're going to weld it to the truck. Alright, so it took a few cuts and a few welds, but the tailpipe is reconnected to the muffler. Alright, that's it for the exhaust. We had rust holes and tailpipe that completely fell off. It's reattached, there's no rust, there's no holes. Should be sealed up out the end of the truck, ready to pass inspection.